My hair is a mess. My skin is breaking out, but god damn it! I am gonna play some mini motorways today because today's daily challenge is, oh my god. Today's daily challenge, man, let me tell you. It is currently the 3rd of August, 2021, and the daily challenge today has double the number of roundabouts being awarded, which is amazing, but also roundabouts are the only weekly upgrade that's going to be awarded. Whatever, let's do this. Just a nice, simple start. Nothing to worry about. We have a roundabout already, which is great. There's no water in sight, which is great. Everything so far is perfectly fine. There's nothing to worry about. There's also no stupid modifiers like all skyscrapers or more skyscrapers or, you know, high density or anything like that. So the longer it takes to get to the water, the better, I think. Oh no, that's not too bad. I mean, it's gonna add a little bit more in the way of traffic to that road, but I'm not actually too upset about that. What I will do is just slightly turn this around just to take traffic sort of away from that road a little bit. I don't think that's the end of the world though. I'm also gonna be a little bit cheeky and I'm gonna do something like this just to take up a bit more space because I want to try and maybe not abuse things. You know, I've talked about how I don't like the whole blocking areas of the map with roads to prevent other things from spawning, but I'm going to do that a little bit, not in the way that people do to exploit. So I'm not going to like block that area. I'm not going to block random areas to stop more shops from spawning, but I am going to block in areas like this just so that I can get my traffic through there and not worry about it at the minute. End of week 1, and we have a fantastic choice as potential upgrades. We get more roundabouts, and we get more roads. That's all we're gonna need. And to be honest, I think given the challenge that we're facing, I'm just gonna be straightforward with connecting that down like that. It's gonna be fine. We do have a lot more space that things could build up, but by the looks of it, it's probably gonna be something in the top right and something in the top left. So what I'm actually going to do is I am going to be a little bit strategic here, and I'm going to do something like this so that there's less chance of something spawning in there forcing me to have roads overlap. That might be a little bit weird, but I think that's going to be good. This is also pretty good for us. That's just a straight little connection up there, so nothing to worry about. We'll connect you in like that and nothing to worry about. End of week number 2, we're going to take more roundabouts. Not that we need them. I'm really debating if I'm ever going to need roundabouts on this. That's actually not so bad there either. I'm just going to connect you straight over and everything there should be okay, I guess. This guy I'm going to connect as well, just to maybe prevent a little bit of weirdness from happening with some roads there. If I really wanted to, I could, you know, bring this out a little bit, put a roundabout on it. It might not be a bad, you know what? I want to use a roundabout. I do. I want to use a roundabout. So let's do this and let's do this and let's just put a roundabout right there. Well, I kind of want to put it like there, to be completely honest. So that's what I'm going to do. We'll bring you sort of in like that. We'll bring you in like that. And sure. That's so unnecessary, but I mean, no, we're just going to do that. We're just gonna do, I'll bring this down a little bit, but we're just gonna do that. Oh, we got some yellow over on the left. That's interesting, I guess. I mean, we have 27 road tiles, so I mean, I'm thinking we just come straight over. We can just go straight up like that if I really want to. I could probably almost get around there if I did some like angled pieces at the corners and stuff like that. I can kind of go across. I don't know that that's necessary. I don't know that we need to do that. So I'm not going to do that. It would be kind of cool, I think, but definitely not needed. What I will do is bring these guys sort of around like that and bring this guy sort of around like this because I'm going to put a roundabout on there. I don't like that kind of connection though. So we're going to do that is what we're going to do. And that'll probably be okay. So there we go. We got yellow. We got more yellow popping up as well. So let's just turn you guys around a little bit just to make sure that you can all get to where you need to go. And so far, so good. We are starting to see the water on the right, though, which has me a little bit worried. So this could be tricky because the game sometimes gives you bridges when buildings spawn across the water. Sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes that's a real pain in the butt. Now, speaking of pains in the butt, this setup here is probably gonna need a bit of a roundabout. So I'm gonna bring that down there. I'm gonna bring a roundabout to there, right? So that's gonna be a roundabout. That could be one, but I don't think it needs to be. We're then gonna go ahead and try to let traffic sort of split around in a way here that's gonna be nice. So I think that'll be okay there. I could put a roundabout in that though, which I think will be helpful. Bring this guy up like that, and that should be fine. That'll probably work out. So we'll kind of let that be a thing. We've got 2 roundabouts in here. I'm not complaining about it. They're hopefully going to do great things for us. Hopefully. I mean, I could put one right. Oh, I could put one right in the middle there. I kind of want to try that. I'm not going to lie. I want to put one there, and I want to do this with it, because I think that looks more interesting. Even if it does mean that there's more overlapping traffic than there needs to be, I think it'll look kind of cool. So that's what we're going to do with it. Oh, we got more yellow down at the bottom. That's not really a problem. That's something we can kind of deal with. We'll turn these guys up like that. We've got this guy, just a normal building. We get more yellow buildings popping up down there. So everything should be fine, right? Should be, being the sort of key word right there, but everything should be fine. Shouldn't really need to worry too much about it. Should be able to get a good amount of traffic over there as well. We can't go underneath that building right now either, so we can't split traffic off early or anything like that. So we're kind of stuck with that layout, and we're stuck with whatever comes next. Although, here's what I'm thinking. I mentioned that I don't want to use that system where we block the spawning of roads, right? I am going to use it. I'm going to use it over here to block any houses from spawning on that island because we don't get bridges, right? So I'm just going to do that. And that's... It's a little bit cheaty, but let's be honest, you know, if something spawns over there, there's nothing I can do about it. So we're just going to kind of have to deal with it. So I think I'm gonna allow myself to kind of block that island so that we can, you know, maybe get a little bit further in this than we otherwise would. Because if a factory spawned on that island to the right, we'd be kind of screwed. Also, a skyscraper down here slightly screws us. Let's go ahead and have these guys dealing with those 2 buildings at the top. And I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I'll tell you what I'm thinking here. I'm thinking that we have a lot of buildings at the top there. I was going to say we could disconnect this, but we can't. What we can do is disconnect this road, because those 4 yellow houses at the top there are going to be more than enough to deal with the... I've run out of road tiles. That's kind of an issue. They'll be more than enough to deal with the 2 buildings up there. So then we have all of these ones down here in the bottom right dealing with the skyscraper, which means we no longer need that overlap, which means we can set everything back to... Oh, we do need the overlap. Yeah, I think this will be a solid idea, to be totally honest. We'll have more than enough to deal with the skyscraper. It'll be there'll be less overlap with the blue vehicles, so that should be fine. Shouldn't be a problem. So skyscraper's getting dealt with nicely. These guys up here are... I mean, there's way too many of them for what they're dealing with. That's way too many yellow houses, but it's fine. So at this point, what I've started doing is I'm holding down right click so I can see the grid at all times, so I always know when to place more roads in the bottom right there. We've also just had this red building in the middle upgrade to a skyscraper, so that's making me think it wouldn't be a bad idea to connect up these 3 buildings at the top. And the way I'm thinking of doing that is I'm maybe going to cut straight across there, disconnect this guy, and connect them around. That might not be the worst thing in the world. So we kind of lose 1, but gain, you know, 2 more after the fact. So that might be something we kind of have to do here. And what I can do is sort of, you know, sneak around there. It is going to be a case of getting back a fair few road tiles though. And obviously we're kind of using a lot of them in the bottom right. So that's kind of a bit of a pickle. I'm trying to figure out kind of the best way. We can get some road tiles back there as well. And I guess angling some of these guys will get me some road tiles as well. So we can sort of come up here and connect you. And that's a start, but it's not enough. So we can take some of you guys out as well. I can connect you over. I can connect you as well. And that should keep us okay. In fact, what I could even do is disconnect that little bit. And then those 3 buildings and that one could then deal with the skyscraper. Those 4 buildings can deal with the skyscraper. These 3 can deal with that shop and that shop. And that should be okay. We can manage that, I think. Oh, hello. We got pink down here at the bottom. That's an interesting spot for you. It's not the end of the world, admittedly. It's already on the road network that we have here. So not really an issue. I'm not thrilled about it overlapping with the red, but that's just gonna be the way of it. I am gonna need some roads back here though, thinking about it. So I'm gonna need to actually disconnect that. I'm gonna need to put that road back in. I'm gonna connect you through as well. And I'm gonna disconnect that road up there just to get that connection in there. And we can do another roundabout. I don't know if that's going to be a good idea to do another roundabout there, but it's what we're doing. Actually, I can get a road back there as well. So we'll do something like that. We'll turn these guys around. We got light blue in the top right, which is a bit of a problem because we don't have any light blue connections in that particular direction at all. So we might need to connect light blue through this shop on the left across the top, but then nothing on the bottom right, so that's okay. I'm hoping that light blue can hold off until the end of the week. I also need some roads in the bottom right, and we have a dark blue skyscraper. That's rough. I can get those roads back though, so I'm gonna just make sure that's done. Dark blue skyscraper should be okay. It should be able to deal with itself, I think. So we can probably wait until the end of the week. I'm hoping. We have dark blue there as well, which is actually going to be good for us because I can sort of connect it over once we get more road tiles. It's just going to be a case of getting those. So 20 road tiles. I don't know if that's going to be enough because we need to go like this. Actually, that's perfect. So that's fine. We can't connect these dark blue roads up here though, which is a bit of a problem. So, I mean, is there anywhere I can save road tiles down here, I guess, by sort of doing, you know, a road there and in at a bit of an angle to that roundabout. So that would be one solution. And then over here, I mean, we can turn some of these guys around, get those all connected. I don't think I can really save too many road tiles here. I'm not so sure that there's really all that many to save at all. In here, there's not really any to, well, we can save those ones, which is good. So bring you down a little bit. We could save one right there. We could, yeah, we can save one, which is better than none, I guess. Down here, I'm not so sure that there's really any to save. There's maybe one that we can save there. Yeah. Which, again, is better than none, I guess. So we'll slowly, we can maybe get a bit back in that corner as well. We can slowly start bringing this over. And then hopefully a little bit of a connection in there will save us a bit. In terms of other connections, I mean, I can do an angle there and save one, but I need the tiles back. I can do an angle there and save one, but that's going to cause issues as well. I just need a couple of road tiles, and I'm going to need them for the bottom right as well, unless I get really, really lucky. And I need them for that as well. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Right. Right. Give me that road tile. And that's one, right? That's one. Let's bring you over. I need like 2 more. So those guys get disconnected and you go to there. So that's something to help the blue a little bit. In terms of other things to do, we could maybe link this up to a roundabout. I could try, but I need what, 1, 2 road tiles right now. Can I get one from there and there? Yes, I can. So I can bring that straight through. That's a rough setup though, is what that is. I could connect this to the roundabout. I don't think the game's going to appreciate me connecting that to the roundabout, but I think I'm going to have to. So where can I get one more road tile from? I can't get it from there. Can I get it from like there? No. Where can I get just one from like there? Let's see what that does. That might not be an amazing solution, but it's about the only one I've got. And that's kind of the problem. We might need to start overlapping this, the dark blue here with the reds, but we'll see how that goes as well. This is tricky. I gotta be honest, this is tricky. And we've got some space in the bottom right that might build something. And if it does, we're done. We're so screwed if that area in the bottom right builds a house and then the factory's on the far left. Oh man, come on. That ain't right. That ain't right. I mean, I need, I'm gonna have to take these, I'm gonna have to take this chance. I need these road tiles back. I need them back. Connect you straight up there. And that's just gonna have to be the way of it. As for you guys, I mean, I could connect these in and then take the reds out around it. That is a thing we could do, or we could do that. I don't really want to do that though, so I'm going to try and avoid doing that for now. Bring that down. That'll give us some connections. Bring you straight down and kind of in there. And that'll hopefully do some good for us. At the minute, this is all just really, really risky. If we have something built down there, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to block that to just make sure that a factory doesn't spawn, or a shop or whatever doesn't spawn down there. A house spawning down there is bad anyway, if then, you know, the destination spawns on the left, but man, this is a lot. This is pretty full on right now. Blue is kind of doing okay at the minute. I'm not super stressed about how it's kind of how it's doing. So we'll not worry too much about it. Yellow is kind of doing okay down here at the bottom. The pink one is doing okay. This is doing surprisingly okay-ish. I'm going to move that junction though. And I'm thinking I'm going to move this one too, just to try and spread that out as much as I can. I think that'll help us out as well. And then in terms of all this in the middle, you can sort of be reconnected, I guess. You could probably come over that way just to spread the traffic out a little bit more. These guys at the top, I want to reconnect you at the very least, because this skyscraper is doing okay, but I want to make sure it continues to do okay. And then I'm really feeling like a roundabout's needed there. I've got to be honest. I feel like a roundabout like in here is not a bad idea. Oh, we just got a red skyscraper on the right side there. Now, interestingly, we do have enough red buildings to deal with that. We have 4 down here, and they're dealing with 1 shop and 1 skyscraper, so we should be okay, but that's going to pull more red vehicles in that direction, which might be a bit of a problem. We will certainly find out, I guess, is what we'll do. Got more red buildings on the left side there. Yeah, that skyscraper is actually starting to struggle. Okay, let's reconnect this guy. I think that's kind of what we're going to have to do. I'm also going to just connect it a little further up, just so that there's that little bit of space for traffic to deal with that skyscraper. In fact, I wonder if I just did that, right? so that these guys kind of just turn off and kind of go straight to the roundabout without having to deal with this skyscraper's traffic at all. That might be a bit of a better idea. In terms of other traffic issues at the moment, we're kind of okay. I'm not really too stressed. I think this is fine. I am thinking that a little bit more time to the purple at the bottom would be good though. So we'll bring that guy kind of down. We'll turn you guys around a little bit. And hopefully that will be okay, is what it will be. I could actually connect these guys as well, looking at it, because they can come down and then filter out to that blue at the bottom, or any of the blue really. So we'll see how that goes, I guess. This is, I don't imagine this is going to be good for traffic at all, but we'll see. Okay, this red skyscraper is starting to get pretty stressed out over here, and I'm not really thrilled about it. It's trying its best, but I do think it's going to need a bit more traffic coming over to it. So there's a risk we could take here. It's a pretty substantial one, but if I was to allow red vehicles onto this road in here and then cut straight across, that would help. That would help a lot, but it could cause some issues as well, which would be my worry. Now, I'm thinking I'm gonna try and do that. I'm not thrilled about this, but something like that going straight down and something like that going straight over, it'll help. It'll definitely help. I could even disconnect that and see what that does. It's a bit of a risk. It's a really major risk, but I feel like it's kind of my only choice. You know, it feels like it's about the only thing I can do right now. Around about there as well is also a pretty good idea, I think. But I'm not so sure about this as an idea. This might backfire. It really might. But I think it's about the only way we're going to get this thing a much more direct connection in terms of getting traffic to it to deal with its issues. This little junction in here as well, this little space is super busy. And we've got a yellow building in the bottom left. But that's actually okay, because we can just connect it to there. Then a bunch of these guys can just be, you know, connected to there. And that should be fine. So shouldn't have any worries with that. This skyscraper on the right is having problems. The purple at the bottom's having problems. Skyscraper in the middle is having problems. I think I get the feeling that disconnecting down here might have been a bad idea. I do get that feeling. I don't know that we can I don't know that we can save this. I can do that little connection down there. This is fine. This guy, I mean, a single roundabout in there might be an idea. I just don't think there's any way we can save this, because this is way too busy down here. Let's take some of these guys out and see what we can do though, because we have some road tiles to play with. So what we need is blue going straight down. That's for sure. We do have some room to play around and take this down now, so we could take that the yellow stress off of that road completely. That I'm gonna take all these road tiles back as well, because this is the last ditch effort we have. So those yellow this right here can all be taken off that completely. So let's turn these guys around so I can neatly see what's going on. I can take that roundabout back. I can turn these guys to the left to save on some road tiles, and I can bring them down like that. So that takes that strain off of that area completely. I can do something like this. That gives the reds a connection. It doesn't give this purple guy a connection down here though. So what we could do is we can keep a roundabout here, bring that guy in, bring that guy in, bring that guy in, and maybe that one goes there. So that way, we're sort of splitting the traffic a little bit more. And then the blues from up here would have to hit this roundabout, and actually the blues from up here would be useless now, unfortunately. But I think we're going to have to deal with that. I think that's about all we can really do. I think I've got about everything I can do there. Red to red, red down to red. You can go down to there. So that would mean, actually, this guy can be turned around as well. That, I think, is as good as we're gonna get. I don't know that that's gonna save anything, but it's the only shot. That's us done. Well, actually, no, that's not us done. That's not us done, but that's why I wanted to have all those road tiles down there, because that's what happens. That's what happens right there. That is 100% what happens when you don't have the when you don't have that area blocked off down there, is you get a factory that you don't want. But that's okay. That's fine. We'll deal with it. In terms of other things, I mean, it's this guy on the right that we need to be saving here, and I don't know that we can. This guy in the middle is going to cause some problems now too. I think we're done. I don't think we can save this. I just don't think we can save this. I think this area here especially, all of this traffic, yeah. 62 days, 845 commuters. I'll take it, man. It was difficult. That was a difficult one. 845 puts me at 2,207 as well. So that's not actually too bad. Globally, 14,000, 12,000, 5,000. I would say the realistic score on this, without just exploiting, which is what these two would have done most likely, which, by the way, is essentially what I was doing by blocking off the areas of spawning, so whatever. 5,000 seems like an achievable score. So I'll take it. I'll take it. Amongst my friends, that puts me at the top of the leaderboard, so I'm happy with that. What else is there to say, I guess? That's gonna do us for today, I think. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.